Okay, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. I got a Monday night prelim, and I have another Legacy to Vintage port here. It's a deck I actually have never played. It is Cephalid Breakfast. The combo is a Cephalid Illusionist with a Nomads or a Shoko. Can create a infinite number of abilities targeting the Cephalid Illusionist, which will mill over your library, where you will return an Archimebas from the graveyard to the battlefield and dread return a Thassa's Oracle. This is very similar to decks we've played in the past, like Hermit Druid. The big upside of being this deck instead of Hermit Druid is you're blue. Your creatures are blue, and you don't have to play green. Green is not as strong as playing just white right now. White is really, really strong with Swords to Plowshares. Swords to Plowshares has all-time best in Vintage right now. The mono white deck is very hard to beat without strong removal or heavy combo. So we are going to play this build. Now, Legacy builds play like Teferi and Stoneforge Mystic at Cauldra. We're going to play Lurrus. I like how it looks to see Lurrus synergizing with these 1 and 2 cost combo pieces. And I think that makes the most sense for this deck. I have made some vintage adjustments. The Legacy deck has Saga, so I'm going to play Saga, of course. We get our Moxen with Saga. We get our Shuko with Saga, but I'm also going to try to play a Skull Clamp. I was really having a lot of fun Skull Clamping the other night, and this deck looks like it's prime Skull Clamp material with Nomads and Cephalid Illusionists being extra targets. We're going to play a Cathar Commando, which is a main deck way to kill a Leyline of the Void. And I'm going to play some Spell Dancers to give us some serious power, trying to double up on restricted spells like Ancestral, Time Walk, Dig, and Cruise. We also, of course, have Double Tutor with Demonic Tutor, and we have Oracle Consult combo. One thing I chose to do is I chose to play 1 Oracle. I don't know if that's correct. My gut tells me we're supposed to play 2 Oracles in this deck, but I think the plan B looks very sound. We have Saga tokens, and we have a very, like, Spell Dancer, Xerox shell with our Lurrus that I think we should be fine to actually have a plan B if we need to, like, pitch this Oracle or something. So I'm gonna try 1 Oracle. I don't remember if I think the Legacy version plays 1. I had initially gone back up to 2, and I don't know what the right answer is. So the Legacy version plays 1. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. What else? There was something else. I have a nice sideboard here. We get to play Serenity, which is one of my all-time favorite anti workshop card. Not anti Jewel, unfortunately, but anti-prison shops. More Cathar Commandos, the full set of Swords to Plowshares, anti-combo cards, and then, of course, a pile of anti-Bazaar cards. Just a various 5 different pieces of anti-Bazaar. That way we can play with our Demonic and Vampiric, looking for the best piece at the right time. I am choosing to play a Plains. I do think it's important to be able to fetch basic Plains to cast Swords to Plowshares in the mono-white initiative matchup, which we are for sure going to see in this Vintage Prelim tonight. We are actually at 12 players, so we are good to go. And that's about it. I think you don't have to play Spell Dancers or Skull Clamp in the Vintage version, but I just chose to, as I felt like they would give us a powerful, fair game plan against Mono White Initiative, which is something I was interested in. Yeah, that should be it. Hopefully I play this deck well. Like I said, I've never actually played this deck before, but I'm aware of the combo. There's also a nice part of this where we can just mill over, you know, some things to our Illusionist and have it be good with our Lurrus or our Dig Through Time and our Cruise as well, which is a nice little upside that I don't think the Legacy version gets to take part in. So that should be interesting. I'm a little worried maybe we don't have enough pieces of counter magic in the main. We could play more Negations, more Flusterstorms, Spell Pierces, or whatever. But we'll go with this tonight, and we'll see how it goes. See you in round 1. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1 of this Vintage Prelim. We're up against Dark Matter Gun, last seen on Mono White Initiative. Let's see what we can do. I have a cat. Why not Mystic Confluence? Are you talking about Mystic Sanctuary? I don't really like playing Mystic Sanctuary in Urza's Saga decks. If we're not talking about that card, then I'm not sure. So I think I like this hand. And the reason I think I like this hand is because of Urza Saga. Because I have this Mox Pearl, I can play turn 1 Saga, and they basically have to answer with a Wasteland. I guess that's not true. If they answer with a turn 1 Archon, that would leave me without the ability to make Saga tokens. I would be able to make a Saga token on my next upkeep. This is obviously a dead draw, so it's like a 6-card hand. And if my opponent is on mono white, this is kind of like a dead draw, so it's a 5-card hand. And this 5-card hand isn't like... It isn't amazing. There's also a world where we just fetch basic island, cast Preordain, cast Nomads, and if my opponent doesn't play a restrictive card to stop our combo if we draw Illusionist. But that would actually open us up to Solitude. Opponent's one of the only decks, if they are on mono white, that has a creature. Though I guess a Solitude doesn't stop your combo at all, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Mill over my whole deck. Mill over all my Narcomedia. Yeah, I guess is there any... I don't think there's any spot while comboing that a Solitude stops you. If you didn't have enough Narcomoebas, but you would have to, like, have way less creatures. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is a keep or not. Sorry to hear that. I think I'm going to keep it, and I'm actually not going to lead Saga. And the reason I'm not going to lead Saga is I'm really worried about Archon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fetch basic island and cast Preordain. And that also gives me options to, like, draw into Force of Will. Flooded Strand, Mystic Tutor. I don't think these are what we're looking for here. Mental Misstep is also probably not what we're looking for. So maybe I have assigned myself to death here. I basically have no hand. I kind of talked myself into keeping this, and now I hate myself. All right, Emerald. Ruby, is it turn 1 Archon? Oh, it's Shops. I mean, that's also really, really bad for me. My hand is Mental Misstep, Flusterstorm, Dread Return. Okay. I guess the point in the combo that they would stop the combo is before the other card hit the battlefield, right? But once I have both cards on the battlefield, it doesn't seem like there's a way to stop it. All right. This certainly feels like a Urza Saga angle. They have to have a Wasteland right away, and we get to put this Lurrus in our hand. We are in huge trouble in this game, though, because I didn't really predict my opponent to be on Shops, and my hand is obviously... Well, it had Flusterstorm Dread Return, but then we drew Mental Misstep, which I would not have kept Mental Misstep anyways on Preordain if we had it. But... Oh my god, I can't Mental Misstep this because of Sphere. That is super sad. The likelihood they had a Soul Ring is extremely low because it means they top decked it this turn. They would have played it on their first turn if they had it. So, yeah, that's just really unlucky. I mean, we're not dead. We're still playing this game. I can't play the Lurrus this turn, unfortunately, but it's just very, very unfortunate that that Soul Ring happened because that's my opponent wasn't going to advance their mana this turn because of Wasteland, but now they actually advanced their mana, and there are like no more misstep targets, obviously. Yeah, I mean we're in a hard spot this game, but to be fair, if we had drawn an Illusionist that turn, we would have not enough mana to Dread Return. So if we draw an Illusionist this turn, we need to Cabal Therapy ourselves, so we still don't have enough mana to kill them this turn. Ye Old Karn. Well, that's bad. I rank that as bad for us. I do believe we're doing the dead. We're so dead. Maybe they'll go for a needle here and I'll get to misstep it for value. There is an inherent risk to having cards like Flusterstorm and Misstep in your deck in Vintage. There are just matchups where they're dead. Grafdigger's Cage. Haha, we got you. Silly opponent. I don't know. All of these lands are kind of bad for me. All right, what's my best draw? Ancestral? Narcomoeba. I wasn't going to count Narcomoeba. So the big problem here is they do have Inventor's Fair, and they can't really cast anything off it unless they find like a workshop or something, but... Ghost Quarter. I don't have any more islands in my deck. Okay, they're not going to Ghost Quarter me. That's lucky. But it means they're going to activate their Fair, which is not good for me either. Yeah, I'm about ready to pack this one up. Let's see what they get off of their Fair. Oh, they just didn't activate Fair and didn't Ghost Quarter me. That's bold. You didn't want to do any of those things? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Golos. Oh, I can counter Golos. So I'm not ready to concede yet. I mean, if I draw land and play Narcomoeba, then I start attacking this Karn. They don't have an Avengers Fair anymore. Consult. Good God. I guess there's really not a powerful console play for us, right? We can consult for Tundra or Polluted Delta. Ooh. All right, we're doing it. I am going to do a Tundra. No, wait. Polluted Delta? No, a Tundra. Tundra. Boom! Tundra was the 8th card from the top. What did we reveal? We revealed Saga, Illusionist, Dig, Therapy, Force, Saga, Tundra. We lost 2 Sagas? Losing 2 Sagas, not great there. We also lost the other C there, so we don't have a second C. We also lost the Therapy, so there's no chance of us Dread returning. Things are bad. Things are bad. I guess they're holding Ghost Quarter because they were afraid of Saga, right? Which makes sense. Probably a good play. Boom! What now, opponent? 2 Nomads. I can't get through the Sphere Resistance, though, unfortunately. But maybe they'll stand up a Sphere and I'll Swords it. That could happen. My opponent can't get a Lattice here, which is nice, because I can attack and kill Karn. But if they get, like, anything, it's probably bad for me. Like a Worm Coil. Or a... something. How far am I from this Lurrus? 2 lands away. I can almost cast the Narcomoeba. All right, they're going outside their library, chat. Let's see how bad this is for us. Wormcoil Engine is hitting the battlefield. Oh my god, please let me draw Swords to Plowshares. Are we winning this game if I draw Swords to Plowshares and they don't ghost quarter me? It feels like we might be. We kill Karn. Eventually, we Lurrus our way out of it. Oh, they have a follow-up play? That can't be good. Maybe it's just a Mox. Kind of looks like it's just a Mox. Oh. Okay. The main deck Needle. Okay. I mean, we weren't going to win by comboing anyways, so I think it's okay. All right. If we draw Swords to Plowshares, I kind of like our spot. I'll also take land to play Narcomoeba. All right. Well, 2 Nomads are going to kill this Karn. I will lose a Nomad for this. Rest in peace. All right. So I will play out a Sapphire. I guess I should have held open. It doesn't matter because I can't cast spells. All right, cool. All right, all right. So if my opponent just bricks forever, which I guess they can do that. Their deck doesn't do anything. Oh, that is not bricking forever for anyone keeping track at home. In fact, that is the opposite of bricking forever. That is super, super good. All right. I mean, if we can get a Lurrus going, we can just play a Nomad every turn. Thassa's Oracle. After we've used our Demonic Consultation. I didn't put any way to play spells out of my yard, did I? That could be a mistake. Like, we could play a Yogwill in this deck. We could play a Snapcaster in this deck. Snapcaster would be kind of nice with our Skull Clamp and everything. Looking back, I think I would have liked a way to play spells out of my yard. All right. Well, this gives me a turn. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Like, Yogwill seems pretty... Well, Yogwill is not really a combo, right? Like, Yogwill would be pretty bad with Illusionist combo, so maybe not Yogwill. Maybe just Snapcaster Mage. Bruh. Ugh. All right, well, the good news is that if I draw Swords to Plowshares, they can't re-equip their Nettle Cyst. That is the good news. The bad news is everything else. Well, all right, now I'm dead here. All right, it was closer than it had any right to be. Okay, so I want to bring in Serenity, Cathar Commando, Negation, Plains. I don't think I want to. Yeah, maybe bring in Needle, and maybe Swords. Things I don't want. I don't want Gataxian Probe. I don't want Mental Misstep. I don't want Flusterstorm. I don't want Skull Clamp. I don't want... dig through time. Rearden. And we'll play that. We might be able to get away with no therapy. Assuming we don't draw Oracle or Dread Return. We're never going to really... I mean, we can be therapying Mindbreak Trap, which is kind of important. No, I don't like getting rid of Vamp. If anything, I would get rid of Mystical. Because Vamp gets, like, Saga land. Vamp is just very, very good. I think this is fine. Vamp does have the downside of having to be cast for black mana, though, which is a fair part of it. All right, so our big play here is Serenity. We do have Thassa's Oracle Consult here, where we could go Saga Go. Ugh, it's just so slow. We don't have a Force. If this hand had a Force, I probably would keep it. But without a Force, without any Moxen, I think this hand is just too slow. So I'm going to mulligan it. Even if they have no Wasteland, if they simply have Sphere, it's probably going to be too much. Because this combo costs 5. Maybe it might be enough, but like if they have a Null Rod, then my Lotus doesn't let me get me through it. I think this is just a mulligan. Yeah. That one is also bad. Serenity Saga combination, huh? It's just a classic Urza Saga hand. Nothing to see here. Mulligan. This hand just wins the game. So, yeah, Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation. Don't let anyone tell you that Thassa's Oracle is not a broken Magic card and that... Oh, God. I do lose to Mindbreak Trap here, for what it's worth, but... maybe I should keep Mystical. No, because yeah, I can keep Mystical because if this all gets trapped, then I can Mystical for Ancestral and it at least gives me some play. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Spells, things, magic cards. This has to be Underground Sea, and this has to be blue, and my opponent has to not have Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, every hand had Oracle Consult. Bro, how can my opponents be so good at Magic? It's incredible. It is so hard to win. Oh, well. I mean, it was a good 5-card hand, so. If they have a Wasteland or a Sphere, we lose the game on the spot. Well, that wasn't a Wasteland or a Sphere, so we didn't lose the game on the spot. Draw 3. That's not how Oracle works. I like the way you're thinking, though. I like the way you're thinking. Can't block. Sad day. I guess I could have blocked and represented Swords of Plowshares, huh? That would be pretty silly, though. Oh man. Okay. What can we do? Spell Dancer. Better or worse than buying Luris? Gotta be worse. We need the cat, baby. Give me the cat. All right. Well, the fact that we're still playing this game is a nice thing. Little change. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Okay. True. True. Gonna chump block with this Oracle because if I have to pitch the Spell Dancer to force, I can at least... Well, I can't Luris bring it back right away because I have to wait. It's kind of unfortunate. So, like, how can we win this game? Serenity would be helpful. Swords of Plowshares, but I mean, we don't not even be able to turn on this Spell Dancer super easily. Swords of Plowshares is probably one of the two is probably necessary. Oh, this is a Grafdigger's Cage. And okay, well, all right, okay, opponent, you got me. All right, it's just Serenity. There will be no graveyard action here. Still chumping. Yeah. Serenity doesn't work anymore because I'm so far down. So I need like... this would be so good if my opponent didn't stop me from Oh god, this Grafdigger's Cage Soul Guide Lantern is so good here. Because if I had Luris Lotus this turn, bring back Cathar Commando, things would be pretty sweet. No, Serenity is no longer fast enough, so things are bad. This is a nice one, though, because it saves me 10 life. Yeah, I mean, the problem was not really Urza Saga. The problem is we mulled to 5 and got our combo Mind Break trapped. And then we had to rely entirely on Ancestral to get us there, which is not really good enough. All right. Does this save me? Holy hell, my opponent was so ready for the graveyard. I mean, we were really only going to be able to play this game via, like, Fair Spell. Oh, all right. I have to force that. Yep. Okay. I am so dead. So if I draw Swords is my only good draw. Urza's Saga. Actually, not a bad draw. I just chump with Luris for a turn. So if I draw a Swords to Plowshares next turn, and my opponent continues doing nothing. Yeah, really hard to beat a 7-card Shop's hand, especially when they Mind Break Trap your 5-card hand. Oh, why you gotta hit me like that? Okay, now we really need to draw Swords to Plowshares. That's an Archamoeba. That is not Swords to Plowshares. All right, it was a rough set. I did not expect to be playing against Shops in game 1. So I didn't really keep a very good hand against Shop. I probably should have mulliganed my hand in general, though. It wasn't really super strong. And then game 2, we just mulliganed into a Mindberg Trap hand. Like, if my opponent doesn't have Mindberg Trap, they lose the game. But they have, 7-card Mindberg Trap. We get to kill them, and kind of all we could do. None of our other hands were cupable in game 2, so. Okay, let's go. Let's battle. I got a cat. I got all kinds of jewelry and a brainstorm. I'm in. Count me in. Our hands have been fairly power heavy, which is nice. Yep. F6. I have 5 restricted cards in this hand. Oh, no. All of our restricted cards have gone to waste because opponent is playing Bazaar Baghdad. 6 free power. Infinite counterspells. It was a close game. Both teams fought hard. They also have Noxious Revival to stop our combo, which is really bad for us. I'm starting to see why this deck doesn't have any presence in Vintage. All right, well, I'm going to break this Black Lotus and cast Brainstorm and see what happens. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I can get away with basic island draw as well. All right, I need to think if there's a convincing reason to play Ponder before Spell Dancer. We're also going to walk into Trap no matter what we do, right? True. I'm definitely not swordsing on my turn if I can help it. I think I'm so supposed to play this Ponder. We're going to have enough spells to trigger our Spell Dancer anyway. Oh my. Yeah, those cards are bad. Is there a world where I cast another blue spell this turn? There is. So let's go Jet, Spell Dancer, Probe. Wonder what they have in their hand. Oh, maybe we can't Probe here. I could double swords next turn. Could double Probe next turn. Yeah, I was thinking about like saving a Preordain, but I think saving the life here is actually better. So my oh, my opponent is not on Countervine. They are on Aggrovine. Now I would say we're just very favored in a good spot. Well, if my opponent actually finds a cradle here, then we have to swords. We don't have to. We can actually fetch here and double swords. Yeah. It's fine. A second Vengevine just got put in the yard. Oh, wow. They hit Emerald. Okay. So I think I just take the hit for 6 and then swords their Collector Oof and their Vengevine. Yeah, I don't have another spell anyways because I used my probe, so I think that makes sense. Oh my god, never mind. We are just completely doomed. Well, that was a really good Bazaar activation. Their Bazaar activation hit Emerald, Vengevine, Hollow One. So we actually just lose. Cool. I thought we were going to be fine with just these 2 creatures, but they apparently hit a Hollow One as well. Huh. Unbelievable. Well, they don't know what we're playing, so there's that. There's that. All right, well, I'm going to bring in a Tabernacle and a Needle and a Plains. We're not going to bring in a Ravenous Trap, Torment Script, or Soul Guide Lantern. And then I'm going to bring in a Cathar, maybe a Cathar Commando, and then some number of all my Swords to Plowshares. I'm going to take out the Skull Clamp. I'm going to take out... I actually think I can just take out Forces. I don't see any compelling reason to play Forces here. Obviously, they could have Vigor on Saga, but that shouldn't be a primary part of our game plan. I don't really feel like it's even worth protecting. So... do we even want to leave in Shoko? I just haven't found balance to be very good recently. Like, the balance is, like, not actually good against mono white, which is really a huge issue. I've just not been happy with balance. Let's do this. Also, our deck is, like, 10, 12, 15, 20 creatures. Like, it's really hard for our balance to be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's a super creature-heavy deck. I mean, I thought we were winning after we probed them, and then their Bizarre Activation proved otherwise. Not having Brainstorm to put back Narcomoebas is kind of annoying. This hand just doesn't do it. Man, what are these hands? They just, like, don't function. And then we're stuck on a Saga hand. I mean, we're keeping it. Force of Vigor does stop Shoko combo. Shoko combo can be interrupted in comparison to Nomad's combo because that's a sorcery speed. Yep. Okay. I got another one. Your move, opponent. Seiju Green Hex Drinker. Okay. It's on the weaker side of things. I can probably just fetch basic island here, right? So if my opponent has, like, nothing, we are winning. Oof. Oh, daggers. They kept a 6-card hand with Once Upon a Time. So I'm going to draw, and then with the trigger on the stack, we can Brainstorm and to use it as a fetch. Tabernacle's pretty dead. They have a Cradle already. These Sagas are super dead. Oh, wait. I just drew fetch land, right? So I actually have swords now. So I just put these two back. I get a Shoko, fetch a swords, and win. True? Looks like it. That went really well. Yo, this Brainstorm card seems pretty strong. Let's go! That's the first time I've ever gotten to do that. Ever in my life. That's sweet. I love when you get to do new things in Magic. Yeah, imagine 4 Brainstorms. What a degenerate format would let you play 4 Brainstorms in it. They don't even let you do that in Vintage. I still don't think Oof should be a major issue. Like, I kind of hold my statement of no Force of Wills. I think this is good. I don't know what opponent has. What do they have? Do they have, like, ley lines? Hogak Vine. Maybe they have endurances? No, I don't want Hogak Vine. I want the other one. How do I... I'm having a hard time. Whatever, it's fine. Nomad, Cathar Commando, no fast mana, no swords, no anything. I think it's just a mulligan. This hand just is not strong enough. This is not legacy. We can't keep this hand. They kept a 7-card hand. This is put back Narcomoeba, vamp for something. This one definitely has more to it, but it is so slow. Like, on the play, maybe this is fine, but on the draw, can we really be keeping this? Like, how fast can we... I mean, if we drew exactly Black Lotus, we could then vamp for console and kill on turn 2. I know our deck doesn't have full Moxen, so it's like asking for a lot to have a Mox in hand. It's kind of hard for this deck to be full Moxen. Maybe it should be, though. It's like a lot worse than Hermit Druid's full Moxen. I guess this at least gives me like Consult Tabernacle outs as well. I'm keeping this one, and I do think it's on the sketchier side of life. See what happens. Hogak. So they are actual factual Hogak. Okay. Interesting. Well, they're Hogak with cradles, I guess I should say. But being on the draw means we're never really going to get the chance to play a Tabernacle anyways. I guess we have Vamp for Tabernacle, not Console for Tabernacle. What am I saying? That's already stops my Tabernacle plan. This deck just plays through Tabernacle like it's absolutely nothing. All right. So what is the new plan? Oh, it's got to be Vamp. I just don't know what's a good enough Vamp here. Maybe Swords is enough. I guess we do really need balance in our deck, huh? I mean, if they activate Bazaar again and we cast balance, we lose like half our hand, though. I really don't think that these fair decks are good at using balance. I guess if they go like Mox, Oof, then it depends on how the Tabernacle stacks on them. Usually it stacks badly. Yavimaya, ugh. Okay. So they can play... They can't play a Hogak yet. I mean, the end-all be-all here is I probably need to get swords. But that's going to put me to 8. Oh, I don't know. Everything is super bad for me. Like, getting Tabernacle is just not good here, right? Oh, they're going to try to cast Hogak? Can they just... They can't cast Hogak, right? They're 1 mana short. Oh. Oh, no, it's 7 mana. Okay. Yeah, you got it. I mean, we're still dead on board to these creatures. Not right now, but in time. Yeah. Oh no, that's so bad. This just pumps both root wallas, so we're actually dead. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, they didn't... Wait, they're not pumping? I would snap pump here. They must be holding open Hardcast Vigor. That's also bad for us. Can't really do anything about it. I mean, that's got to be what it is. Really? Okay. So this buys me a turn because I can block the Vengevine. Here's the Vigor. Oh, it's Endurance. I see. That leaves me dead on board? Yeah, it leaves me dead on board. Man, so aggressive. We wouldn't even really be able to combo them through Endurance either. Damn. I feel like I just am supremely outclassed. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can pull something out. At least we know that our opponent here will be a fair magician playing blue magic cards. So we have something going for us here. This hand looks like a keep to me. We can put a lot of cards in our graveyard really fast and maybe cruise or something. This looks reasonable. There's a lot of upside here to like Illusionist, Skull Clamp, draw 2, put 4 cards in the yard. So still on Breach. Fetch now might mean Ancestral on my upkeep. Oh, I don't know, man. Okay, I'm no historian. I'm interested in forcing this though. I think I'm just gonna force pitching Narcomoeba. One of the big reasons I want to force here is because I don't really want them to draw into something like Mental Misstep. Oh, they got to force back. Pitching Ponder. All right, fresh ones for you. I drew another Narcomoeba. Well, maybe I can clamp it later. I think it makes sense to play the clamp first. Couldn't tell you. I guess if this Cephalid Illusionist gets forced, things are kind of bad for us. So the reason you upkeep Ancestral when you're on the play in Vintage is because if you don't draw any Moxen, you'll draw up to 8 cards, and then you'll have to discard your card at end step. It also helps you play around Force of Negation. So, both of those things. All right, so I milled over Ancestral Recall, Vampiric Tutor, and the Shuko. I will try to draw 2 here and hope we draw an island. Fetch is good. Oh my god, how? Okay, so we went 1, 4, 6, 6 cards deep and did not hit a mana source there. Okay. Things are bad for anyone keeping track at home. It's gonna be like a Dak Fade and steal my jet. The good news is if I ever get a Luris out, I have all the pieces in my graveyard. I have a draw 3 in my hand. If I draw fetch land. Yeah, who could have seen this coming? Not I. I don't know. It's the classic Justin stream of, is our deck bad or are we unlucky? My opponent does play a bunch of Hull Breachers now, so even though we have a bunch of draw spells in our hand, it might still not be good. Alright, we did hit our fetch land. I am going to cast Preordain instead of Treasure Cruise. One, because I want to keep Black Lotus, Shuko, and Illusionist in my yard right now. And two, because I am extremely worried about my opponent Hull Breachering me. They have Hull Breacher. Good God. Do I misstep this? No, just give him a treasure. It's fine. So I have a new Illusionist and a Pearl. How do I win this game? Like, Hull Breacher's so good here. All my cards are draw spells. I mean, I think this Skull Clamp looks really good on this board, but not in the Hull Breacher, it doesn't. Shit. All right. I guess the answer is I just bottom both of these. Every time I've tried to play Skull Clamp recently, I've been abused by Hull Breachers, and maybe that's why no one plays Skull Clamp. There's only 2 Hull Breachers in their deck. They just happen to hit it, you know? Oh, they're gonna wheel and kill us. Man. Why? Why are you excited to see me play Skull Clamp? What has it ever done? Besides lose? Yeah, you got me. Good job. You resolved Ancestral Recall. Powerful wizardry. Man, this has been quite sad. All right, I guess we're going to board out that Skull Clamp again. It doesn't feel a little fragile. It feels really bad. This is like negation gaming. Not even convinced this is Flusterstorm gaming. Mystical looks pretty bad. Not sure Soul Guide's actually good, but I want to play a Soul Guide. I don't actually think Swords is good against them, but I need it for Hull Breacher, right? Maybe I can't. Maybe playing 2 Swords is crazy. I have my 1 Swords that I can tutor for if I need it. I don't know. Like, they have 2 Hull Breachers in their deck. Am I supposed to bring in a bunch of Swords because they have 2 Hull Breachers? Seems a little silly. They also have Dress Downs. Cage, maybe. Sure. I'm getting my butt kicked with my equipment. My equipment has not helped me, except for that one game where we did do the winning. The one game where we did the winning, that was sweet. That was a good time. Would choose to do the winning again. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to play this Saga on turn 1 here. And that way we can threaten the Illusionist kill on turn 3, right? What are they going to do on turn 1 that we have to Flusterstorm? Nothing. This kind of reminds me of playing Painter in Legacy. You have like that crazy Saga draw, you know? Another Ancestral on my upkeep? Not this time, friend. Not this time. We're looking good. We got a lot of combo pieces here. We got all kinds of combo pieces, and we have Force and Fluster. I don't think we're going to use the Nomads because that turns off our Fluster. We just get a Shoko, right? I mean, we're just going to go for it. They are F6, so things look good. I don't think we need to therapy them at all, do we? Because we have Force. How many? We can actually not go all the way down, right? We can go down to 2. Wait, where are all our Narcomoebas? No, we can't go down to 2. Whatever. Oh, I guess I should have therapied. All right, I should have therapied. I'm bad. What can I say? When where was I missing? Oh, I only have 3 Narcomoebas. Oh, I was like trying to figure out why I didn't have enough Narcomoebas. Okay, so I should have therapied on mill my whole deck over, therapied targeting. I don't know, is it gonna be Flusterstorm? Force? They have 3 Flusters in their deck. It's a lot of Flusters. Not really, because you have a ton of other creatures. Right? You have Saga, you can Saga token, Nomads. Like, you're not supposed to be all in on the combo. It should be like a healthy, you know, option kind of thing. And Shoko is probably not the main way you combo, but maybe it is. I don't really know. I don't play the legacy deck, so I don't really have any idea. Yeah, there was really no reason not to therapy. Well, if I therapy, they can have lightning bolt, right? Is that doesn't really matter though. No, I don't have step throughs in my deck. I decided to play Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise instead. I decided to cut the step throughs for restricted delve spells. Are you mad at me? Why do I keep drawing this Dread Return? I'll mulligan this hand. Nice. Keep this hand, though. This hand's sick. This hand slaps. Big, great hand. Great hand. Would play again. Oh, that's really annoying. Because it means they're going to get closer to getting, like, a cage out of this. I guess they're always racing me down anyways, because they're on the play. Kind of sad day. No shot. Absolutely no shot that's happening. 0% chance. Would not let you do that again. Well, I guess I can get dazed if I do this way. They're not a dazed gamer. I'm thinking I'm not even going to go for this illusionist. I'm thinking I am going to wait until they tap their saga and cast Ancestral Recall. Because they should probably make a construct, right? My turn, baby. Okay, all right, okay. They might just get a needle on saga if they have one. Or they might get a cage. Or they might get a Black Lotus and try to go for a breach kill. All things are possible with the power of Urza Saga. Or they're going to go for Sensei's Top, try to find some action. I have a Cathar Commando. And I also have Sagas, in which we are gaming with. Have you seen the girth of the Saga? Look how wide it's going to be. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Have you seen the power? I guess we'll just go with power again. I feel like I need new material. Anyone got good Saga lines? Surgical extraction targeting my ancestral recall. What? You want to see my hand that badly? All right. I got 2 illusionists, 2 forces, 2 flusterstorms. 3 of a kind. Wait, no, that's not 3 of a kind. That's 3 pairs. What is 3 pairs? That's not a thing. I almost forgot to activate my saga. Oh, wait, it's my turn. I was so confused. I was so confused by the surgical extraction that I just forgot time and space. All right, okay, it's fine. We don't need Flusterstorm anyways. Now we just get our thing Dak faded in. It'll be fun. I had no idea. Wait, they're spinning again? Didn't they just spin? They spun and then they surgicaled me. And then they upkeep spun again. Is it because I did this? The plans have changed? Have the plans changed? Wait, I also have Illusionist combo, don't I? Because I could have a Shuko come out of this. I don't think I'm going to go for Illusionist combo, though. It feels like a really easy way to lose this game, right? Especially if they brought in surgicals. I feel like there's no shot I go for a combo here. It just looks horrible, right? I guess they probably brought in Dress Down as well. No, I have to go for mana so that I can make more constructs. I mean, if they simply have like free spells, right? Flusterstorm? How do we beat Flusterstorm? We have to pay blue mana. I guess we can have therapy on Flusterstorm. Well, Sean's last deck has a Dress Down. They put Ancestral on the top. I mean, we just forced this Ancestral, right? What can even happen here? Sure. So if we just force again, we win, right? They have 0 cards in hand, we kill them. Why did they surgical my Ancestral? I'm so confused. Okay. We'll take the W. That was a weird match. Super weird match. Okay, here we go. Round 4, fourth and final round of this vintage prelim. We're up against Chess Knight, the king of the Zoomers now. I believe Chess Knight might be the youngest Zoomer that I currently know of. So let's see what they've got for us tonight. They've been experimenting with lots of interesting things like Oops All Spells sideboarding into Coveted Jewel. But I think they might just be on prison shops. That seems possible. This hand, unfortunately, does not do the Magic the Gathering. Let's try again. This hand does, in fact, do the Magic the Gathering. So this is a fetch land, pass, Saga, Time Walk hand, which is quite good. The question will be, which card do we put back? Kind of a hard choice, really, because we theoretically could go past Mystical for Ancestral, right? We could just pitch this Spell Dancer, especially if they end up being on shops. I mean, it can't be a land, so it has to be a spell. It can't be Force of Will. Probably can't be Time Walk, so it has to be one of these 3 spells. And at that point... it could be... Oh, it looks like Chess Knight lost internet. So... we'll see if they come back. Yeah, it looks like Chess Knight lost internet, so we'll see if they end up finding it. So what do we think? We think Spell Dancer? If we assume our opponent might be on prison shops, which is not a go-to assumption. Like, they've been trying a bunch of things, but they did say they just did they did just play a prison shops league, I believe. So I actually don't know where that went. I think they're on prison shops. I just saw a text from them, so. All right. I'm going to wait till our opponent comes back, and then we'll play Magic. All right. Thankfully, our opponent made it back. They're at the airport, so they had to reconnect to the internet. Good luck. Have fun. Like I said, I'm going to keep this deck, or this hand, and I'm going to put back Spell Dancer. I think I just don't have time or place to do Spell Dancing. I guess I could hold. I should probably just hold this probe in case I want a Mystical for Ancestral. No, I want to know what they're on. It's just too much value to... All right, so they are, in fact, on Workshops, and they have Chalice. Holy crap. They have Chalice, Black Lotus, Thorn. Oh my gosh. They have Chalice, Black Lotus, Workshop, Saga, Thorn, Sphere, Metamorph. And I am recording. Yes. So I can go Saga, Time Walk, Mystical Ancestral. I think that's our best line. Because I'm going to lose out on the ability to Black Lotus anyway. I guess I could go Black. Yeah, I think... Man, that hand is just so good. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I'm not sure this is better, but I'm going to make this play. I mean, maybe this puts me too far behind, but it's going to at least solidify my mana situation and get me ahead of their curve. And then, I don't know. This might just be losing too many resources, really. Like, I can't even force any of their spells anyways. I guess I can force Chalice, but I guess they could probably sequence it in a way where I can't even force Chalice. White mana, black mana, white mana, black mana, white mana, black mana. Let's go black mana. All right. This doesn't get me any Saga tokens, but I also don't think I can ever win via Saga tokens because my opponent will have a way better Saga than me. So I don't really think it's good to try to win via Saga tokens here. What do I even force, though? I'm not going to force Chalice. Or Black Lotus. Do I force Sphere? I don't know. This hand's really, really good. Their hand is just extremely strong. 831. I mean, that's still a really long time after. You do have to look at when Narset and when Karn were restricted. Yeah, I don't think Citadel had like instant spotlight, and the big reason was Karn, or I mean, not only Karn and Narset, right? Wasn't Lavinia also in that set? So War of the Spark, I think War of the Spark had Lavinia, Karn, and Narset, which was a huge, huge craziness. All right. No, Lavinia wasn't in that set. Was she the set before? Oh, I mean, we were still probably recovering from that. Lavinia sparked some serious stuff. Teferi didn't hit as hard as those other three. Lavinia was a really, really big deal when it was released. Boomers hated that card because it was non-symmetrical. Which, to be fair, is a pretty reasonable reason to hate that card. What? My opponent? This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Someone needs to go tell the kid not to put Chalice on 2 in their workshop deck. That's a huge resolver for me. We just countered their Thorn and their Chalice and their Sphere. So you have to learn somehow, and that is certainly a way to learn. To be fair, we can't combo. In fact, I don't think we can even remove it because our way to remove it is Cathar Commando. But I mean, we can Luris, so all right. So the question here, I think I am going to brainstorm. Or I guess we can theoretically Dread Return it or something. You think their line is good? I don't think so. I am not a fan. My nose is extremely itchy. I'm sorry, chat. I'm gonna try to fix this and I'll be right back. Okay. I fixed it. So I'm gonna put back Dread Return and I think I'm just gonna hold the I think I'm just gonna hold the Illusionist. I want all the lands. I guess the downside of this line is I can't really do anything this turn. Yo, what's up, Strath? Hope you had a good stream. Oh wait, no, I can do something this turn because I have my Saga going off, so I can buy Luris with Soul Ring. And then I can probably make a Saga token and play Luris next turn and play Lotus. So seems good. Oh, I don't have a Soul Ring in my deck. Fair. Okay. Do I need to take something other than Sapphire? I think the answer is yes, I should take Pearl. Okay, we're back on track here. They also have a Metamorph, I guess. That could be annoying for any plans we have. But they can't activate their Saga yet. They need to hit Ancient Doom or something. So we're ahead of them on Saga. I don't like this play. I think I would rather them just play Thorn Sphere, copies Thorn, something like that. Because their Sagas aren't going to be bigger than ours right away because they got rid of all their permanents that make them larger. And they also can't make Saga tokens right away because they don't have any mana. That's not Workshop. So I'm not convinced. Oh, I can do Luris and Saga because I can just bring back Black Lotus. So I actually can lead... No, I can't lead that. I can go Luris, Black Lotus, Ponder. Which lets me not get rid of... I won't be able to shuffle the first one away, but I think that's fine. Luris. Black Lotus. Ponder. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, no. Well, still probably, oh, yeah. I think it's good enough to take Saga here, so I'm going to keep Saga Jet. I can't play the Spell Dancer, is the thing I did forget about there. But, I mean, I have a better board, and I still have a Force, and then I'm going to be able to shuffle away the Spell Dancer. If I draw like a Nomads, I can Nomads Skull Clamp loop. I guess I can't draw Nomads. I'm going to draw Saga, right? But I mean, I'll probably get Skull Clamp anyways. I don't think I need any more mana at this point. Strip Mine. Okay. So the bad news is I lose my Saga, and I lose my ability to fetch away the Dancer. And I probably have to just force this so they don't have Metamorph Black Lotus off of Luris. There was no way I could have held open Hardcast Force. I guess Hardcast Force doesn't matter because I can't use this in Archiviva anyways. Okay, so they have two unknowns. They've already used their land drop. The question here is, do I play Saga or do I play Fetch Land so that I don't draw the Spell Dancer? I feel like that's a kind of a hard choice, right? Because they could always get a needle off of their Saga anyways. So I probably want to wait till this Saga's gone so they don't get a needle on Saga. But this is a pretty quick clock. I guess I should fetch so I don't get needled on Strand either. I mean, they probably need to get mana, but it's fine. Okay, so I think this looks good for us. See what they get on this Saga. I mean, Challenge on 2 is certainly good against our deck, but I think not being able to play your 2 spheres is way worse. Like, the reason I looked at my opponent's hand and I thought it was really good is because of the spheres. I mean, the game would have been very interesting because we would have had to battle over mana instead. It would have been basically a completely different game. A completely different kind of game, even. So if they have something they want to cast, they'll get mana off this. They're going to go for Shadow Spear and Race. Does that mean they have a Lodestone or a Nettle Cyst, maybe? Shadow Spear and Race. Nettle Cyst. Okay. It's still kind of small right now. I don't have a lot of cards that do things. I guess they haven't played their land drop either. So we know they have 2 spheres. Oh, they drew an Ancient Tomb. At least they drew the Ancient Tomb after the Saga went away. They probably had to strip mine me instead of... Alright, so this thing is big now, right? This thing is a 4/4 lifelinking trample. That actually is enough to just brick wall the board. Like, I can't even... I guess I can attack into it. It's not that bad. I don't really have that many more artifacts in my deck either. I do have Saga tokens coming if they don't have another Wasteland though. And we know that they have 1 unknown and 2 spheres in their hand. Our best draws are delve spells. Cantrips. Basically not 2-drops. They're probably really struggling with airport Wi-Fi, huh? That is an artifact. It actually lets me attack with Luris as well. Kind of interesting. Actually, it's lethal attack. So they have to block. Yeah. I think we have to do that. It's very interesting how good this draw was. I've never seen the aggressive equipment draw be quite as good as it is right here in Vintage. I equip this in case we get null rotted, and then I have a new Saga. My opponent has like another Nettle Cyst or a Golos. Things are still bad for us. All right, what do you got for us? Needle. Well, Needle beats more Saga tokens. Is this Saga going to be very good? You jinxed it. You jinxed it. Maybe not. Oh, we got there. Preordain. Keep Sapphire is lethal. No, it's not lethal. It's one short of lethal. All right, we got a win against Shops in game 1. That's really nice. Then we get to bring in Serenity, Negation, Commando, maybe Swords, maybe Planes, probably Needle. And then we're going to take out Mental Misstep, Gataxian Probe, Flusterstorm. Actually, Mystical looks kind of bad here because I don't have a Hercules or anything. Dig Through Time I typically don't like in this matchup. We can probably cut Therapy. I actually think that we don't really want Skull Clamp in this matchup. I'm not even sure we want Shuko even. I'm sure they're gonna bring in stuff that makes it bad, but maybe we can keep it. I don't know how many swords I'm supposed to play in this matchup. It's kind of hard to say. I'm gonna go with all of them. Makes my blue count pretty low though. Let's try this. All right. That was a weird game because it just did not go as I expected. I did not expect my opponent to play Chalice on 2. I can't see myself putting this hand back, but obviously it has some serious weaknesses against a variety of powerful shop straws. But again, I can't see myself putting this hand back. It's not great against a turn 1 sphere draw, right? But has multiple lands, Ancestral, technically can beat Wasteland or Saga. Maybe this hand is supposed to get put back. All right, let's see what their 6-card hand looks like. Being on the draw makes this hand a lot worse than it would initially seem. I mean, a hand that has a force typically helps. A hand that has multiple Moxen typically helps against Sphere. Okay, turn 1 Saga. How much extra mana do they have, though? If this hand had 1 land, I think I would mulligan it. The fact that it has 2 lands does boost it a lot. Lands are very important against prison shops. Probably Tinker. Uh-oh. Black Lotus. Well, it might be console. It's kind of weird because it's kind of weird. Probably Tinker, though. I'm worried Just Knight will not have enough time to finish this match, unfortunately. Looks like airport Wi-Fi is kicking their butt. All right. Yeah, 4 console 4 Oracle is good, but is it 4 Tinker good? Tinker is like requires so many less moving pieces. And it's so much easier to cast Tinker early than it is to cast Console Oracle. Console Oracle costs blue, blue, black, which is not easy. Thanks for keeping me entertained, chat, while my opponent floats mana. Oh. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's redundant after the first one resolves because the game ended, right? I've been grinding League, like Vintage Leagues, or like League of Legends, or like TFT. I don't really grind Vintage Leagues anymore. I just play matches enough to make sure my decks are good for stream. If I play too much Vintage Leagues, then I get I don't get I stop enjoying Vintage. League of Legends, I just played my placement matches and I haven't played anymore this season. I did play a couple matches with Drew Levin just to like help him learn. Might do more of that. That was kind of fun. And then TFT, I hit Grandmaster, but then I lost all my points, and so I'm kind of off TFT for this set. I think I wasn't really enjoying it. I was enjoying it when I was winning, to be fair. But when I stopped winning, I stopped enjoying it. I was like, man, maybe I'll push for Challenger, and now I'm at 0 LP. So it was pretty doomed. It's like it's probably one of the most demoralizing things to look at. Let's I don't know what it looks like, but I can't imagine it looks good. And then I was like, oh, I don't really understand. Oh, wait, I figured it out, We're back. No, opponent is at the airport Wi-Fi, and it does not look like the airport Wi-Fi is holding up. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get a natural conclusion to this game, which is sad. But I can't do much about my opponent's internet situation, so I was having fun here, and I was having fun here. But yeah, after that I stopped having fun. So is what it is. Maybe I'll play more League. Though League is resetting soon too, right? I heard they're doing an extra ladder reset. League isn't that much fun on its own, and I don't really want to put the effort into getting good again. July. I had a nice 6-4 placements, threw me in platinum, so I just said I don't really need to play anymore. The conclusion is Dodge Bazaar. I mean, that's my conclusion for every deck I build, right? I'm sad we didn't get to Serenity anybody. Serenity is a great time. I would love to Serenity someone. Well, I hope this conversation is at least interesting, especially to the people who are who are gonna watch it on YouTube. Hi, people on YouTube. If you made it through this part of it, I'm sorry. But airport Wi-Fi has claimed the best of the Zoomers, so rest in peace. So I guess we can talk about the deck. Man, never mind. I did not fix the issue. Oh, I got a message from them. He said sorry. No worries. I mean, Black Lotus is known to time out any good player. he he goes, sorry, I was in the process of landing and boarding. That's the dedication. If you're not playing MTGO prelims on the plane while you're landing and boarding, are you even trying? Or do you... I love the Zoomers. The Zoomers are wild. So yeah, that is a 1-2 prelim, I guess. 1-2 incomplete. Though we did pick up game 1, so we would have gotten to at least play game 3 on the play. How did I feel about this deck? It felt like it was not strong enough. It did feel like the things I was doing were not powerful. When I did do like the turn 1 Urza Saga, turn 2 Cephalid Illusionist, turn 3 Kill with like Force Flusterstorm backup, that seemed kind of good. But like besides that, like that doesn't happen very often. Your Saga almost always gets dealt with. I really dislike Preordain right now. We don't really feel like we're living in a world where you have time to be playing Preordain unless you're Doomsday. Especially against these Bazaar decks. These Bazaar decks, they really, really are strong and force you to do some crazy things to try to beat them. So yeah, not really sure what the answer is. I don't know if this is like, there's definitely changes we can make. We can like drop some of the, the clamp and the dancers, and we can focus more on the combo. But I'm not really convinced like the combo is super strong either. Like post board Graveyard Hate is obviously quite good against our deck. Same thing as like Hermit Druid, which is why I always built in different kind of ways to play post board Hermit Druid, like playing 4 Thassa's Oracle, playing, so you can just board in a bunch of oracles, then you can play without even having to utilize the graveyard. So yeah, I think I'm going to shelve this one. I think the answer for this one was kind of a no. It doesn't look like it's the way to be. And I actually think these kind of Saga Lurrus decks, these Esper decks, like even the BPK style deck, which I was kind of high on in the past, they just don't feel like they're putting out the power to be played in current vintage. So more videos on my YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll see you then.